Here are 8 of the rarest big block V8 engines ever made. 1969 and 1970 Ford Boss 429, 1,358 units. Developed as a homologation special for NASCAR, the Boss 429 was Ford's most advanced and ambitious big block V8 of its era. This engine was designed to compete with Chrysler's 426 Hemi on the high banks of NASCAR tracks. Ford engineered the Boss 429 with massive aluminum heads, hemispherical combustion chambers, and a unique semi-dry sump oiling system to ensure high RPM stability. Only 1,358 Mustang Boss 429 engines have ever been produced. The official rating stood at 375 horsepower, but it was widely believed to be a conservative figure, with actual output exceeding 500 horsepower when fully tuned. Due to its sheer size, Ford had to extensively modify the Mustang's engine bay to fit the wide V8. The result was one of the most legendary and collectible muscle cars ever built, with brute force and racing pedigree packed into an iconic fastback body. (1968) Chevrolet L88 427, 216 units. The L88 427 was Chevrolet's ultimate race-ready big block V8, engineered specifically for high-performance applications and track dominance. Its official rating stood at 430 horsepower to appease insurance companies, but real-world testing revealed an output well over 550 horsepower. This was achieved thanks to its high-flow aluminum heads, radical solid lifter camshaft, and a forged steel bottom end. This powerhouse demanded 103-octane fuel and featured an aggressive compression ratio of 12.5 to 1. Chevrolet actively discouraged public sales by omitting essentials like power steering, a heater, and a radio. With only 216 units built in 1968, the L88 remains one of the rarest and most coveted Corvette engines ever produced. (1965) Chrysler A990 Race Hemi, 203 units. The 1965 A990 Race Hemi was a direct evolution of Chrysler's groundbreaking A864 engine, refining its design for even greater performance and weight reduction. The A990 featured a thinner, lighter block with reinforced webbing to handle extreme mechanical loads. Its redesigned aluminum cylinder heads improved airflow, while upgraded internals, including a high-strength forged crankshaft and rods, enhanced durability under high RPMs. These engines were factory-installed in ultra-lightweight versions of the Plymouth Belvedere and Dodge Coronet, making them nearly unbeatable on the drag strip. With only 101 A990-equipped Coronets and 102 Belvederes ever making the streets, the A990 remains one of the rarest and most sought-after Hemi engines. 1969 Chevrolet ZL1 427, 69 units. The all-aluminum ZL1 427 was the pinnacle of Chevrolet's big block performance. It was engineered to dominate the drag strip while shedding significant weight compared to its iron block counterparts. Developed as part of Chevrolet's central office production orders, the ZL1 was designed specifically for racing applications, using an ultra-lightweight aluminum block and high-flow open-chamber cylinder heads. Though officially rated at 430 horsepower, real-world dyno tests suggested that its output exceeded 500 horsepower. The ZL1-powered Camaros were essentially factory-built quarter-mile machines. With only 69 ZL1 Camaros ever produced and even fewer standalone engines, the ZL1 remains one of the most valuable and sought-after muscle car engines in history. 1963 Chevrolet Z11 427, 57 units. The Z11 427 was Chevrolet's answer to the escalating competition in factory-backed drag racing during the early 1960s. Designed exclusively for the lightweight Impala SS, this high-performance big block was built with a special high-rise aluminum intake manifold, larger high-compression heads, and an aggressive solid-lifter camshaft to maximize airflow and horsepower. Chevrolet took weight reduction to the extreme by outfitting the Z11 Impalas with aluminum front-end body panels, including the hood, fenders, and bumpers. Though never officially rated, the engine's output was estimated at over 500 horsepower. With only 57 units ever produced before GM pulled out of factory-backed racing, the Z11 427 remains one of the rarest big block engines in Chevrolet's history. 1964 Chrysler A864 Race Hemi, 55 units. The 1964 A864 Race Hemi was Chrysler's groundbreaking first attempt at a purpose-built competition engine. Developed specifically for NASCAR and NHRA drag racing, this engine was an evolution of Chrysler's Max Wedge program, but introduced the now iconic hemispherical combustion chambers. The A864 featured a heavily reinforced iron block, large diameter valves, and a high-rise intake manifold designed to maximize airflow and combustion efficiency. With an estimated output well above its 500 horsepower rating, the engine quickly proved dominant on the track. With only around 50 units ever built, the A864 remains an ultra-rare piece of Mopar history, revered by collectors and racing enthusiasts alike. 1966 Chevrolet L88 427 prototype, 20 units. Before the L88 became a production option, Chevrolet developed approximately 20 prototype engines in 1966. The aim was to test its high-performance capabilities for racing applications. These early L88s were engineered with forged internals, high-flow aluminum cylinder heads, and an aggressive solid-lifter camshaft, all designed to maximize power at high RPMs. These prototypes laid the foundation for the production L88 Corvettes that would dominate road racing from 1967 to 1969. Although their official power rating was kept at 430 horsepower to discourage street use, real-world output was well over 500 horsepower. With such a limited number produced, these prototype L88s remain highly prized by collectors and racing historians alike. 1965 Chevrolet Mystery Motor 427 Mark II, production numbers, unknown. Chevrolet's Mystery Motor 427 MK2 was a groundbreaking experimental engine developed in the early 1960s. Introduced in 1963, this engine was designed specifically for NASCAR. One of its most notable advancements was its canted valve design, which significantly improved airflow and combustion efficiency compared to the traditional wedge-head engines of the time. While the engine never saw full-scale development, its influence on later big-block designs was undeniable. The technology pioneered in the Mystery Motor 427 MK2 set the stage for Chevrolet's dominance in high-performance V8 engines throughout the muscle car era and beyond. Exact production numbers aren't known, but according to NHRA, only 20 were meant to hit the production line.